Excuse me po, ma'am.
Yes?
Si Regan daw po, pa-accept daw po, ma'am.
Si Regan.
Opo, thank you po.
Sige. Ayan, okay. To start our lesson, so we will study basic formulas, functions, and charts. So our part 1 is about the basic formulas and functions. And what are the basic functions in Excel? So we all know that Excel is a software used for computation. So yun yung kanyang specialization. If you have an experience in or you have a subject of accountancy, then you can make use of this software. So basic math functions built into them of the most basic operations are the standards multiply, divide, add, and subtract. So in other words, arithmetic operations. Kasi here in Excel, bago ka makapag-compute, you need to create a formulas. Whether it is a built-in formulas or yung ating built-in functions. Pag sinabing built-in functions, meron na kaagad dyan na i-click kayo if you want to add a certain numbers. So you will just click the add functions or the summation functions and so on and so forth. Sa user-defined formulas naman, kayo mismo yung magkikreate ng formula. Like on this example, so here, there are 4 operations, the multiply, divide, add, and subtract. So the symbol that we will use is asterisk for multiply, and then slash for divide, plus for add, and minus sign for subtract. So on column E, as you can see, there are reference data here. So makikita nyo, all of that have an equal sign. Okay, equal sign is mandatory. To build your, whether it is a built-in functions or a user-defined formulas, the formula start with equal symbol, followed by either built-in or user-defined. So yung nakikita nyo sa column E, nakalagay dito A1 multiply by B1. So it means A1 ang ating operands and B1. So kasi dito sa ating Excel, ang ating mga operands na pwedeng gamitin ay cell addresses. Ito, isa lang yan, ano? Cell addresses katulad ng A1, A2, A3. So it means, kasi ang ating Excel is composed of columns and rows. Ang columns natin in letters, at ang ating rows in numbers. So, yung kanyang intersections, ito, yan yung tinatawag na cell. And we are going to call that cell with the address of A1. So, it means cell A1 po itong single cells na to. So, pwede rin namang multiple cells, no? Just identify the locations of the active or the sources that you want to compute. Katulad nito, A1 and B1. So it means the contents of A1 and the contents of B1 will be multiplied in order to get the answer. No? And then the answer will posted on the assigned active cell. So bago ninyo i-type yung formulas, yung active cell muna i-click ninyo kung saan ninyo ilalagay yung output or yung result. Then you can now type the formulas. And then when you click enter, the formula or the answer will be displayed dun sa cell sa inyong working area, so worksheet. Answer lang po ang naka-indicate doon. Pero when you view the formula bar, naka-indicate dun yung formula na itinipe ninyo. So dito sa example na to, makikita nyo yung equal A1 asterisk B1 sa formula bar. At yung 25, makikita ninyo yan sa worksheet ninyo. So sa divisions naman, A1 divided by B1. So again, yung equal sign, don't forget. So hindi lang naman po cell address ang pwede nating gamitin as a sources, no? As an operands. We can also use whole numbers or yung constant number. So pwedeng A1 multiply by 5. So it means the contents of A1 to be multiplied by 5. So pwede namang lahat constant, pwede naman yon. Kaya lang hindi yan magbabago, no? Kasi pag gumamit tayo ng constant, that cannot be changed. While yung ating cell addresses, when you change the value of that cell address, it will be changed. No? Yung mababago na yung result. No? As long na hindi mo binabago yung laman ng inyong cell addresses, hindi bababago yon. While in constant, as is yun, no? So every time you copy that formula, yun palagi yung result. Pwede rin namang, kasi dito naka-indicate sa example is only one operations. Pwede namang numbers of operations. Gusto nyo nga hanggang 100 operations, pwede yan. No? As long as it is needed in the computations that you will use. So dito, sa binigay nating example, it only use one operations. Pero pwede naman. Pwedeng iba, pwedeng marami. So when using several operations in one formula, Excel follows the order of operation format. So ito na yung tinatawag na order of operations. So ang first priority niyan, all parentheses or the innermost first. Kasi kung maraming parentheses ang naka-indicate sa inyong formulas, the innermost one will be the first priority. And then the second priority is the exponent. Or pwede kayong gumamit ng symbol na yan. Nakikita nyo sa keyboard yan. Nasa number 6, sa taas ng number 6. And then the third priority, all multiplications and divisions. So do this starting with the leftmost asterisk or divisions and work to the right. So leftmost to the right. So from left to right ang order ng operations. Kapag nagsabay ang multiplications and divisions, nakita ng inyong computer, you use the multiplications and division. So kung ano yung left, yun po yung uunahin niya, going to the right. And the fourth priority, all additions and subtractions. So the same with the multiplications and divisions, it will start with the leftmost to the right. Ngayon, kung merong makitang parenthesis, of course, the priority is all operations inside the parenthesis. Okay, so ito yung tinatawag nating, sabi nga, PEMA or PEMDAS. Yung iba ang tawag dyan, PEMDAS. Kasi ito yung sinasabi nila para mas maintindihan mo raw or madali mong ma-catch up yung order of operations. Tandaan mo lang yung please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Kasi P stands for parenthesis, E stands for exponent, yung M for my stands for multiplication, and D for dear stands for divisions. And then Aunt, letter A stands for addition, and Sally, or letter S, stands for subtraction. So yan yung pinakamadaling mas ma-recall ninyo, yung order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Kasi yan ang sinusunod ng computers ninyo. Whether you like it or not, naka-program na po yung ganyang order of operations sa inyong computer. Okay, let's talk about the first built-in functions. And that first built-in function is the sum function. So probably the most popular functions in any spreadsheet is the sum function. The sum function takes all of the values in each of the specified cells and totals their values. So ang syntax na ginagamit dyan ay equal. So tanong ko lang sa inyo, ito ba ay naibigay na ng teacher ninyo sa laboratory? Pwede po kayong sumagot. Hello po. Naibigay na ba sa inyo ng teacher ninyo sa lab? Ay, sa lab, sorry. Sa lecture, yung inyong, itong ganitong discussions? Wala?
Hindi ba po?
Hindi pa. So, nasa na ba kayo sa inyong lecture? Kasi baka mamaya masagasaan natin na ibigay na pala itong ganitong lessons. So we will proceed on laboratory kasi laboratory ako di ba? Teacher ninyo ako sa laboratory, iba yung teacher ninyo sa lecture. So kung hindi pa, sige, I will continue discussing the sum functions. Okay, ang syntax po dyan, it always equal symbol and then the word sum. So yan tinatawag natin built-in functions kasi with the word sum, the computer will compute in addition operations several sources or operands. So ginagamit lang po ang sum pag marami pong operands na i-add. Then you will give the open parenthesis and then first value, comma, and then second value, etc. So yung comma na yan, gagamitin nyo lang yan kapag hindi sila adjacent. So yung cell address, magkakalayo. Like for example, A1, C3, G54, Ngayon kung magkakalapit naman po, pwede nyo nang gamitin yung first cell address. Like for example, A1 to A10, pwede natin gawing A1, then colon, A10, then close parenthesis. So it means A1 to A10 will be summed up and then you will view the result of A1 to A10. So ang tips natin, blank cells will return a value of 0 to be added to the total. Kaya pag kayo ay nagbigay ng wrong cell address or wrong sources, meron din siyang, or isasama niya rin yun sa computations. And another tips, text cells cannot be added to a number and it will produce an error. Kapag naman nakita ng computer na ang laman ng inilagay ninyong operands ay letter, hindi po niya kinocompute yung letter na ang laman ng cell address. So be sure na numbers ang laman nun. Makikita ninyo either you receive a 0 output or you will receive an error. Ayan, so ito yung example. So pwede dun na ninyo kunin sa formula bars, yung AutoSum. And then it will automatically give you the sum operations. Just indicate lang ninyo yung sources, no? You will just highlight the sources. Pagka-click nyo ng sum and then highlight the sources and then it will give you all the cell address of the sources that you highlight. And then in Promptoyo, you can get the output. Katulad nitong nandito sa right side natin. So dito, ang sources niya is B3 to B5. So kaya yan yung naging formula. So equal sum, open parenthesis, B3, colon, B5, close parenthesis. So waste of time naman kung itatype pa Mas maganda kung adjacent naman sila, magkakatabi yung sources, pwedeng i-drag na lang. Then after dragging, close nyo lang yung parenthesis, then you will receive the output. So yan yung paggamit ng sum. And now the average. The average functions finds the average of the specified data. So it simplifies adding all the indicated cells together and dividing by the total number of cells. So alam natin ang average, may dalawang operations, additions and divisions. Ayan. Pero dito, with the use of the word average, the computer or Excel will take care of that operation. Pag nakita niya lang yan, alam niya na ang gagawin niya. Just indicate the sources. Ito. So dito, cell address E3 to E5. So it means the contents of E3 to E5 will give you the average of 50. So it means i-add niya yung E3, and then after addition, i-divide niya yan kung ilan yung laman ng inyong cells. Tatlo yan, so tatlo yung divisions. Yan. Next is the max and min functions. So the max function will return the largest max or the value in the selected range of cells. The min function will display the smallest value in a selected set of cells. Katulad ng example dito sa baba. Yan. So dito, ang ating sources ay 25 to 75. So gagamit tayo ng cell address with the use of the word max and then open and close parentheses. Then, let's say B10 to B12. So, ang ibibigay lang niyang output kung ano yung pinaka-highest value. Hindi po yan nag-a-add. Ina-identify yung highest value ng laman ng inassign mong sources or operand. And the highest is 75. Same with the minimum values. So, it will only locate or give you the minimum value and not the total values. Okay? So, yan yung function. Nakakailan na tayo? Sum, average, max, and min. So, yan yung mga built-in functions. Then, another one is the count function. The count function will return the number of entries. Actually, counts each cell that contains the number data in the selected range of cells. So, remember, cell that are blank or contain text will not be counted. Katulad nito. So, pag ang ibinigay nating location ay itong may naka-highlight ng red, so ang magiging value ng inyong count ay 0. Kasi ito, you are counting the number of arguments. So, mas magandang gamitin ito if you are counting, let's say, populations or number of students enrolled. So, it will give you the number of students and not the addition formulas, ha? Iba yung addition, iba yung sum, iba rin yung max or min, iba rin itong count. Pero be sure na ang magiging sources natin, ang laman ay numbers. Katulad nito, kapag ang ginamit nating sources sa count, so ang count kasi is equal, the word count, open parenthesis, so A1 to E13. So it means A1, so hanggang E13. So lahat ito. Pag ito ang ginamit natin, hindi niya gagamitin yung mga blank contents ng inyong cell address. Instead, yung may mga numbers lang katulad ng mga yan. 25, 50, 75, 150. So ilan lahat yan? Kung A1 to E13. So, ang may mga laman pong numbers lang dyan ay yung itong apat na ito. So, another 4, another 4, another 4. So, 4 times 4, 16. So, 16 lang ang ika-count niya. Kaya kung i-specify kayo ng count functions, be sure na ang inyong sources or yung inyong operands ay may lamang numbers. Ito rin, halimbawa, ginamit nyo i-compute nyo A3 to A5. Ito naman pala ang kukunin ninyong ika-count ninyo. So, ang ginamit nyo is A3 to A5. So, you will receive 0. 0 ang output niya. Hindi siya magka-count kasi ang laman letter. Pero pag ang ginamit ninyo, cell B3 to B5, ang magiging output ninyo dyan ay 3. Kasi 1, 2, 3. Tatlo yung may lamang numbers. No? Kasi you are counting the number of arguments. Okay, there are common errors in using the built-in functions or the user-defined formulas. So the following are some errors that may appear in a spreadsheet para alam nyo na kung ano yung gagawin niyo. Like for example, nag-compute kayo and then you receive this pound symbol dun sa inyong resultant field. nag-compute kayo kasi medyo mahaba, hindi nyo inayos yung format. So, ito yung mangyayari sa inyong resultant field. Kasi yung cell ninyo is too narrow to display the result of the formula. To fix this, simply make the column wider and the real value will be displayed instead of the pound signs. Note that even when the pound signs are being displayed, Excel still uses the real value to calculate formulas that references the cell. Hindi po nawawala yung laman ng cell na naging pound sign. So, ginawa lang po ng Excel yan dahil hindi siya fit sa cell. So, ang gagawin nyo lang is to widen the cells. Palalakihin lang yung cells para makita ninyo yung laman. Pero kahit na may pound sign yun, pag nag-compute kayo kung ano yung laman ng pound sign, yun pa rin ang gagamitin niya. And then another error that you will encounter is the pound and the word name and the question symbol. So use a cell reference to the formula that is not formed correctly. So may mali sa inyong formulas. Ang gagawin nyo lang dyan is to recheck. So i-verify lang ninyo kung tama yung cell addresses. O katulad nito, BP. So incorrect yan dahil wala siyang kasamang row number. So dapat B3. Baka ibig sabihin yan ay B3 or BB3 or BB something numbers. Yan. Ngayon, pag ang na-encounter nyo naman ay pound sign with the word value and then meron siyang exclamation symbol, usually the result of trying to do math with the textual value. Example, so yung laman ninyo ay may lamang text, no? Kaya makaka-receive kayo ng word na value. So just recheck lang yung cell address na ginamit niyo. Dapat ang laman niyan ay numbers kasi you are doing a computation. So kino-compute lang niya yung numbers. And then another error is pound sign, then the word div, then slash, 0, then exclamation. You are trying to divide by 0. Example is 3 divide by A1 where A1 contains 0. So parang null values. Kaya ire-recheck nyo na lang ang inyong formulas. And then the circular reference, using a formula that contains a reference to the cell that the formula lives in. Example, putting the formula A1 plus 1 in a cell. So parang ano kayo gumagamit kayo ng formula sa another or yung inyong resultant field, yun din po yung ginagamit ninyong cell address. So magiging or magkakaroon siya ng error by putting a formula into a resultant field. Yan, katulad niyan, in any cells of A1, B1, A2, B2. So be careful, bago kayo mag-type ng formula, siguraduhin nyo lang kung saan ninyo gustong ilagay yung result before typing a formula para maiwasan yung circular reference error. Okay? And you have here an activity. So gagawin nyo po ito sa inyong asynchronous time. And then after doing that, isa-send niyo po sa OA. Naka-indicate naman doon na doon nyo ilalagay yung inyong activity. So, i-upload lang po sa Orange Apps yung output nito. Madali lang yung ating activity 1 kasi meron niyang instructions. Katulad ng number 1. Example, in cell A1, type loose change cafe and then press the enter key. So, ang gagawin nyo lang is to position A1. Paliitin natin. Wait lang. Mag-open ako dito na Excel. Sana mayroon pa tayong 7 minutes. Ayan. Nakikita po ba?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So, para i-demonstrate.
Excel po ba, ma'am?
Yes, Excel.
Hindi po nakita, ma'am, yung Word pa din. Ay, PowerPoint pa din po.
Ay, PowerPoint pa rin. Sige, mag-ulit tayo ng Stop sharing ulit ako, then mag-share ulit ako ng aking screen. Share natin yung screen ng Excel. Ayan. Okay na po ba? Ayan. So, itong Excel
Yes,
natin, dun sa activity, nakalagay naman dun yung instruction. Katulad ng number 1 instruction, ang nakalagay dun, in cell A1, type loose change. So, you will just indicate muna sa cell A1, and then type nyo yung loose change. Hayaan nyo munang hanggang letter B or column B. Ang importante niya na i-type nyo yung, or na follow nyo yung instructions. Ayan, meron na tayo. Ay, sorry. Wrong spelling. Okay? Ayan. So, kanina yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, cell A2 naman dito, kung ito, sa letter kasi walang problema, hindi yan magiging asterisk. No? Hindi katulad ng numbers. Let's say, try natin maraming numbers. Naging ano siya. Okay, so sa pagko-compute kasi, ito ang ginawa naman dito, when you type ay numbers that will not fit on the screen, ginagawa niyang yung exponent, no? Yung exponentiation functions na ano. Pero pag yan, kinumpute ninyo, kaya kailangan magpo-format muna kayo ng cell ninyo. Pag pinormat ninyo yan, lagay nyo sa number, and then pwede na kayong gumamit ng, let's say, 2 decimal, ito, 2 decimal, and then click OK. So, i-change niya yun ng merong 2 decimal numbers. Ayan. So, pag hindi siya fit, ganyan po yung mangyayari. Magkakaroon ng pound sign. Ang gagawin nyo lang is to widen that para makita yung mismong numbers na hindi fit dun sa cell. Ayan. So, yan. Gagawin nyo lang yan. Yung instructions, kasi you have here, ilang instructions to? Yan, meron kayong 23 instructions. So, ito po yung ating magiging output. Yan. So, ito yung output natin. Pag natapos ninyong gawin yung activity na yan, ito yung magiging output niyan, di ba? Loose change. So, kinulang lang ng cafe. So, pagka nakapag-type na po kayo, and then you follow the 1 to 24 instructions, save lang po ninyo ito with last name and then yung file name, and then i-upload na ninyo sa Orange Apps. So, meron na kayong activity number 1. Yan. So, para i-demo ko sa inyo, meron pa namang time, pero pag nawala na po yung time natin, may 3 minutes pa tayo. And then, okay na po yun. Expect ko na lang yung output ng inyong activity sa Orange Apps. May question pa po ba kayo? Do you have any questions?
None po.
Wala na. So, sige, meron pa naman tayong time. Ubusin na natin yung time sa paggamit ng mga formulas na pinakita ko sa inyo. Yan. So, let's say, we will compute this. So, ilagay na muna ninyo kung saan ninyo ilalagay yung value. Let's say, dito sa ilalim. So, pagkalagay ninyo ng active cell, tsaka kayo magta-type, palaging equal. So, sum. Kanina hindi tayo okay na yung sum, no? Gawin naman natin. Pakita ko sa inyo yung built-in function, yung user-defined formulas. Ang user-defined formulas, let's say, M. O pwede namang i-click nyo na lang para mas madali. And then plus. Next. Yan. And then plus. And then plus. Yan. So, yan yung user-defined formula sa sinasabi. So, same din yan ng built-in functions na sum. Open parenthesis. So, i-highlight nyo na lang po lahat siya. And then close the parenthesis. Okay, pareho lang, di ba? So, waste of time ang built-in, ay ang user-defined formulas. Mas madaling gamitin ito. Pero kung dalawa lang naman, let's say ito lang naman ang i-compute, dalawang cell, huwag na tayong gumamit ng sum. Pwede naman tayong gumamit ng user-defined formulas. No? Ayan, katulad niyan, lagyan natin ng letter A, sinasabi kong, yan na natin kung aabot pa. So, dito tayo magka-count. So, count, open parenthesis. So, ito yung gamitin muna natin. Close. So, 0. Bakit kamo 0? Kasi letter yung ating sources. Pero kung gagamitin nating sources niyan ay numbers, so meron na siyang value, yung count natin, ha? Kaya be careful to use the count. So be sure na yung inyong sources ay numbers. Next is the maximum. Pag max naman, so pwede natin gamitin yung range na to. Close. Ayan. So 15, tama naman. So ang minimum naman, equal min. Ayan. So ito yung max, ito yung min. So ito yung count. At ito yung sum. Ayan. So, gamitin natin yung average. So, equal, average. Ito yung ating sources. Ayan. So, yan ay average. Ha? Ayan. So, meron tayong average. Dali lang, di ba? Sige, try ninyo itong activity. I-upload ko ito sa Orange Apps. Ay, nandun na yan. Nasa Orange Apps na po yan. You can check your Orange Apps.